as I can penetrate the Hall of Justice, Wonder Woman will be our first victim. I have always dreamed of making her my ally, but with this device, I can make her my queen.
Give us the Snyder
Before I get into the review, there's going to be some minor spoilers in this review, so if you have not watched the movie, then don't watch this video, okay? Zack Snyder's Justice League was just released in March 18th of 2021. I almost forgot the date. And it's the Zack Snyder cut instead of a Joss Whedon cut. You can stream it now on HBO Max. 4 hours, 2 minutes of cinematic content. Is that what they call it? Content? I'm a YouTuber, so I don't know. The movie went beyond my expectations. And I'm gonna be honest with you, my expectations were super high for this movie. And for some odd reason, this movie just crossed the line. Just crossed the finish line. Never stops running. That's how I can describe it. I was shocked to the core. In a good way. I was blown away by so many things in this movie. This movie, I don't know if this is even possible. It's infinitely better than the Joss Whedon movie. The first minute when I watched that movie, when I watched the first minute of that movie, I was like, I am so invested already. That's how good it is. Honestly, the 4 hours didn't even bother me at all. Like, the story was so engaging that I just didn't even care about time. Although I did took a break 2 hours in, but that was the only break I had. But other than that, the movie was just so engaging. It was well organized and it was explained so well. Everything was just like there's like little to no plot holes in this movie, and it's just, dang, that's so amazing. Now, of course, there are gonna be some scenes that can be like a little bit long, which makes it a little unnecessary. But other than that, I don't really care about that much about those scenes because I was invested in the story and the action and what's going on. You know, I'm just curious. But yeah, I guess the time length can be shortened. I guess, but like, you know what? Whatever. Zack Snyder, okay, he can do whatever the hell he wants. Okay, if he wants to extend the time, by all means, you do what you want, man. You do what you want. All right. I ain't stopping you. The character development was just so fantastic. We've already seen a lot about Batman, Wonder Woman, so you don't get to see lots of development of them, obviously, but like, I do have to admit, Wonder Woman's more badass in this movie, and Batman is Batman. He actually acts more Batman in this movie than the Joss Whedon one, where instead of being serious, he was more like, I am an awkward social person. I stutter a lot. In this movie, he's not like that. He's like a serious guy. He acts kind of like a leader. Aquaman, he didn't get too much character development in this movie, but he's already badass enough, okay? So does he really need development? Not really, because he's pretty cool. I already liked him from the beginning, so yeah, he's pretty cool. Cyborg and Flash, they got the most character development in this movie. I can see why Ray Fisher was really mad, and he was accusing Joss Whedon for how he behaved in the movie, in the production. The origins, you know, of Cyborg and like how important he is to the plot as a whole. It just makes him a great character and so much more likable. And as for Flash, he doesn't get as much development as Cyborg, but like, he did so many amazing things. You have to watch the movie to see what he did, but like, dang! He's pretty cool, man. Speaking of Flash, he is the funny guy of the group. Back in the 2017 movie, he was cringy. He was a bit of a cringe, and when I mean a bit of a cringe, he was so cringe back in the 2017 movie. He was, I guess, it's like, are these jokes even necessary? Yeah, you know, the jokes that Joss Whedon put in, like, it's like Joss Whedon's trying to line up the mood for Justice League, but like, it just didn't work out because either the joke didn't deliver, or it's just like, oh, what the heck? Why is that even necessary to listen to, right? In the Zack Snyder's cut, There were a few jokes, but like it actually delivered at a perfect time, and it wasn't overused to the point where like where we're just like distracted or like just like why is that even in the movie? You know, like the jokes are there just to line up the mood. Actually, there's gonna be lots of seriousness in this movie, but like let's add some fun in there. You know, try to enjoy the movie. You know, let's enjoy every aspect of it, and I appreciate Snyder for doing that. And and the Flash, he is actually a funny guy in this movie, and also a very very great character too. As for Superman, okay, so when the trailer for 2017 Justice League came out, I always thought that Superman was gonna have a majestic entrance, you know, but the 2017 movie didn't do that. But for this movie, however, by all means, he is a freaking king. Like, oh my gosh, dude, he just that's just so amazing, and to do that with like the music that Junkie XL brought in, Tom brought in, it's just so amazing, you know. He delivered the motifs, and the themes that that we know from Man of Steel and Batman v Superman, and he just put that in this movie, and it became an integral part of the movie because it got me engaged. And I certainly hope that it got so many audiences to be engaged. Oh man, when I heard that Man of Steel theme, I was blown to proportions. Like, oh my gosh. This could not be more majestic than it is, okay? And now, this is no disrespect to Danny Elfman. He's a great composer, okay? But I felt like his music in 2017's Justice League, it didn't hit with me. It didn't hit me. And I think it didn't hit with any other people, too, okay? Now, listen. I love you, Danny Elfman, but that ain't it. That ain't it, okay? You can't just use Superman's classical theme or Batman's classical theme back in the 1989. Sorry. You can't just use that, okay? Okay, why don't you just use the ones that Hans Zimmer created, you know? Why can't you just do that, okay? As well as getting Wonder Woman's theme, badass theme from her movie back in 2017. Why can't you use that either? But yeah, the music in here is fantastic. I would listen to that all day, every day. Even Steppenwolf was more intimidating than he was back in 2017. It actually, and he actually had motives, and he had reasons why he wanted to do this. And that got us to connect with him. Even though he's a villain, and we're supposed to hate him, and we do hate them, but at the same time, we do understand what he's doing. And that's why his development just got better. And of course, the visuals are good. I love the designs of the suit, just like the Steppenwolf's new armor. That was pretty cool. And there's no CGI mustache thing anymore from Superman, so you don't have to worry about that. Oh, I forgot about Darkseid. I want to talk about Darkseid. He is an angry god. He is a pissed off god that's gonna come to the world and get that thing, and he's gonna destroy everything in his path. It's so hard to screw up Darkseid. Okay, the only time that DC ever screwed up Darkseid was Super Friends, where he acted like a creep and he wanted Wonder Woman. He was simping for Wonder Woman. You remember that? Watch the video called Darkseid Was Kind of a Loser in YouTube, and you'll see what I mean. Thankfully, Darkseid is not like that in this movie, which is good. Which I wouldn't expect him to be, okay? So why would Snyder do that? But, Darkseid was intimidating as ever, as well as we got to see Desaad and Granny Goodness. That they were pretty cool. And speaking of that, speaking of what Darkseid wanted to do, there were so many things, you know, that in this movie, so many moments in this movie that shows us that there could have been a future with the universe, with the DCEU. Because there were so many things, there's so many scenes in there that kind of like sets up like events that in the future, you know, and that's something that the fans want to see, you know. Kind of like Justice League 2. It's kind of like setting up Justice League 2, Justice League 3, or like the Flash movie or something like that. And honestly, the cliffhangers of those events, I am so mad that Warner Bros. Are not going to continue the Snyder's vision. It's so unfortunate. They want to build around the 2017 Justice League movie. Why? That's the worst decision ever. Why don't you bring back the Snyderverse, you sons of a... But yeah, the build up, the events that they set up, the organization, the description, the explanation in this movie, the little to no plot holes, character developments, the music, the visuals. What else can I say? Everything in this movie, or most of the things in this movie, was fantastic. It was so fantastic. And the score that the critics gave to this movie was wrong. They're wrong. They're wrong. I don't care about their stupid opinions. They're wrong. Okay? My rating for this movie, just after that summary, I think it has to be a 92 out of 100. I rewatched some scenes in this movie, and honestly, the more I watched the movie, the higher my score went. So I would have to say it's a 92 out of 100. This possibly has to be the best DCEU movie I have ever seen. In fact, probably one of the greatest DC movies I ever watched. In fact, maybe one of the best movies I ever watched in my life. You know what? It's probably up there with The Dark Knight, Honestly, it could be. I don't know. I thought it's pretty damn close. It could be higher than the Dark Knight Saga, or maybe not. It's not, but it's like super close. It's like let's say like two cars are like racing, but like one's like going back and forth. Like two of them are going back and forth. That's what I think between the Dark Knight trilogy and the Zack Snyder cut. It's that damn good. Okay, I really want to see the Snyderverse coming back. This is a great movie. If you watched the movie, leave a comment down below on your rating for this movie. You can rate however you want, like 5 stars or like 90 out of 100 or something like that. You can rate however you want, and you can leave a comment down below what you like about it or what you dislike about it. We all have opinions. I would like to hear them, but do not be negative in the comments down below because that's unnecessary. Before you watch the movie, there's gonna be 6 parts to this movie, so you can take a break when they show part 1, part 2, part 3, if you ever need a break. But yeah, just enjoy the movie, man. It's great, okay? It's so worth it. Worth the 4 hours of your life.